Fap is something I never really looked into before. I didn't know how big it was. Did some research, come to find out, man, people got channels on this. People got videos talking about, 30 days no fap, 60 days no fap, 90 days no fap, a year. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I hope you got some women helping you out, because there's no way you can go a year without at least getting something off. You got to get some kind of nut off, in my opinion. And there's my confusion. My confusion with the no fap thing is, some of these guys, I've seen their videos and it looks like they're not doing either. So they ain't jacking off, they're not having girls, help them out. I don't know if these guys are completely just getting rid of the fact of busting a nut, like they can't do it at all. Like, I don't know how that works, so maybe y'all can let me know. What I have heard about it though, apparently it's supposed to just, give these guys superpowers or something. And I do see a lot more benefits. I'm gonna be real with you, I do see more benefits than I see like the negative drawbacks to it. But I think as far as the benefits go, like, they definitely outweigh the negative. It's just, in my opinion, I'm gonna just give you my opinion personally. I think that if you, just speaking strictly from, if you out here, trying to still pursue chicks while doing this, I don't think that's gonna really, work out hand in hand. It kind of does to a certain extent, and then I feel like you will reach a plateau. Like, in my opinion, you can go like a week or two, maybe even up to a month max, maybe up to a month. I couldn't do a month, but maybe a dude can go up to a month without busting a nut, and he's just totally fine with approaching girls and not coming off thirsty. But I don't think that that's, a real common thing. I already noticed during my work week, usually when I'm not messing with chicks, I'm not doing anything, I notice like that retention, it does build up, your, some type of thing about you, like how you come off to chicks. Like, I notice how I interact with chicks, like they can feel more masculine energy off of me when I'm not, when I'm just grinding. I'm not worried about women, I'm not jacking off, I'm not doing none of that stuff after a few days. So, I personally don't see the point of going to the extreme of past a month or, anything as far as that goes. Man, that just seems like excessive to me. But, if those guys are getting benefits off of it and they making their lives better, then shout out to them. I ain't hating on your grind, bro. Do your thing. I'm just saying that's not something I can do. I can't do that shit. That's probably one negative I see, is just coming off thirsty with these chicks. The next drawback I want to talk about though is way more important to me. So you lift weights. When you go to the gym, you break down your muscles, you tear your muscles, then you rest to build the muscles back up stronger than they were before. But you still gotta exercise them. So I feel like if you're not seeing women, if you're not jacking off, if you're not doing anything with your dick, it's a muscle. So how is it supposed to, I feel like your dick's just gonna get weaker and weaker, come to the point where you finally reach, 3 months, a year, maybe you were taking a break, I don't know for what reason, but maybe you finally got this chick and she's all enticed with all your masculine energy because you haven't exuded none of your shit. You just chilling there with all this energy and they feel it. They gonna want to do some things, and then come to find out you can't even make it happen because you haven't used your dick in a year. I feel like if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Like, I feel like that shit is true. So, that's just my opinion on it. Honestly, of the drawbacks, those are really the only two drawbacks I see. All the positive I hear about it, I believe it. It's true. I really believe it, as far as, they go into depth about how it just, gives you a different kind of focus in life. It makes you see women differently, how you're prioritizing, what you got going on, guys. We always talk about women, but really we can't make them the focus. We can't make them, we dropping dick off, but we cannot make them the entire focus. They go into how retaining all this sexual energy, you put it towards something else. So you retain all this energy and you convert it to pursuing your passion. You convert it to hitting the gym. You convert it to just getting shit done that needs to get done. Your focus, grinding, shit that actually matters, not just some chicks. So I think that that's great, because the focus, honestly, It's tough to focus when you just sit here chasing bitches. If you sitting here busting nuts on yourself and using all your energy that way, you're just gonna feel lazy. You're gonna feel, you guys know how it feels when you with a chick and she either give you some bomb ass head and top you off, or if you busting nuts on yourself. Either way, when you do that, you feel tired as hell. You feel exhausted. Or after a few times, usually you're pretty much done. You're ready to call it a day. And the day might not even have started yet. Converting that energy to put it towards something else, that's the best benefit there. If you're doing that, there's nobody that can stop you from being successful. Honestly. These guys out here are grinding, they staying focused. I feel like you gotta give props to that. It's just that I'm not finna sit there and do that for a whole month. And in the comments, please let me know if that's actually the case, that they're just cutting women off completely also, or they'll let these girls sit here and help them bust a nut, just not jacking off yourself. And for the guys that don't really understand that, like the logic behind it, like you guys need to understand that semen, the shit that we have in our bodies, literally millions and millions produced every day of sperm. That's life energy, bro. When you inject that shit in a female, you make a freaking baby. Just think about that. Only one of them is needed, but you make millions a day. So that shit is pretty valuable, man. That's a lot of life energy. Increasing your testosterone, increasing your metabolism, increasing fat loss, increasing muscle gain, all that kind of stuff really benefits you. But on the flip side of that, when you bust a nut, you relieving stress. You guys know that if you work a stressful job and you just like, okay, my lady at work, I'm gonna just go rub one off real quick, you feel relaxed after that. If you had a hard ass day, you feel relaxed after that. But the opposite side of that, I guess they said you reach a plateau after a certain period of time. So there might be a wall you hit when you do this semen retention, and then you just don't, there's no more benefits. You've already reached the benefits. I feel like at that point is when you need to stop. I think you got to do a combination of, I feel like once a week is something that's more acceptable than every day. You damn sure don't need to be, but you don't need to be jacking off every day. I don't care if you got a chick, if you got a rotation or not. You don't need to be jacking off every day. If somebody came up to you and told you stop jacking off and you'll be successful, what you finna do? Because I'll tell you what I'm finna do. I'm finna stop jacking off. Fuck busting the nut. I'm trying to be successful. Honestly, y'all, with all this life energy and semen, with all the nutritional value that it has, y'all females, if you watching this video and you don't swallow, you should rethink your stance on that.